started and we discussed about the course content, the syllabus and all other things. I answered all your queries, but I think we have not started anything technically. In the last class, we have seen the installation part. I hope everybody is able to install Python using Anaconda, right? And if you have any issues, maybe after the class you can connect with me so that I can check, right? And yeah, so in the last class we have seen how to install Python using Anaconda, and then we have seen how Anaconda is better, right? And different IDEs we just talked about at high level, Jupyter Notebook and Spider. And the assignment that I had given to you is to go through the Jupyter Notebook tutorial, which is already available in YouTube. You can, that's something which is really helpful for you. Hence onwards, every time for all the code, I will be using Jupyter Notebook. So if today is your first class and you have not attended any class before, so the summary is we have installed Python. That's the only thing we have done. Today we will be starting with the content. We'll be looking very basic things on kind of what is a variable and all that, very simple thing on Python. But if today is your first class, you need to go through the video and install Anaconda in your system, and also you have to see the Jupyter Notebook tutorial, which is a mandatory thing for you to see. Okay. And let me know if you have any queries with respect to Jupyter Notebook or with respect to any installation part, right? Okay, to start with, I hope everybody has already installed Jupyter Notebook. So as I said, how to open Jupyter Notebook. So what you can do is, Windows user, you can simply type in your Anaconda prompt, you can type Jupyter space notebook. This is the easy way to open. Other ways are also there, like you can go to Anaconda Navigator. There is a green color circle is there. If you open that, you can see there are different IDs, Spider, Jupyter Notebook and all. And then if you click that, it will open. Another way is directly if you expand Anaconda folder, you will get Jupyter Notebook is one of the option. If you click that, it will open Jupyter. So there are different ways. The easy way is just, I mean, I'm a Mac user, so this is very convenient for me just to type in the command prompt, I mean in the terminal, and when I hit enter, it will open Jupyter in localhost. Now you can see it is opening Jupyter Notebook in localhost. So if you're able to see this page, your all installation is uh, kind of done successfully. So I can see Kiran is saying I'm not audible. Just to check, am I audible for all of you? Am I audible?
Audible, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I think there is no internet issue from my side. It's a fiber net and it's 100 Mbps speed. So I'm sure, I mean, it's not any issue from my side. Okay, if you have any connectivity issue, then please re-log in. Maybe that will solve the problem, right? Okay. Yeah. So what we will do is we will first we will write some very basic Python code today using Jupyter. So what I will do, this is the home page. I have two options. One is upload and one is new. You can see these two button at the right hand corner, right? This is the two button. These are the two buttons. One is upload. Upload you will use when you have to upload any of the IPYNB file. New is when you want to create a new notebook, new Python code you want to write, new script you want to write, right? So so I'll maybe in that video, if you have seen, I have explained very detailed way about upload and new. So what I will do now is I will simply click on this. I'll simply click on this new. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so what I will do now is I'll simply click on this new, and you can see I have so many options here, right? I have Python 3, I have text file, folder, terminal. So here my objective is to create a new notebook where I can write Python code. So I'll simply select Python 3. right? So you can see this is my dashboard, not dashboard, this is the notebook, Python notebook, right? And here I can write my code. Again, if some of you are finding difficulty understanding what I'm doing, no need to panic, just go and see the Jupyter notebook tutorial, right? You'll be very comfortable, and I also understand how I am using Jupyter. Okay. Okay, so before I start, let us first understand what we are going to cover today. So in Python, there are, if you see the syllabus, the first thing is basic Python. So the session takeaway, let me, um, 1 second. This is not the main file. So basically, we will see very basic things. Okay, so what is variable? What is typecasting? What is dynamic typing, right? And how to print anything in Python. Very initial level we will see today. So 1 second, let me open. Yeah. So this note I'm going to share with you. We are not going to complete everything. We will go slow because we are starting and I don't want to rush in the first class. So we'll go slow. We will peak. This is the content that we are going to complete in maybe 1 or 2 class, right? So what we are going to learn? We are going to learn how to print anything in Python console. We are going to learn how Python can be useful as a calculator. Indentation, space, right, is very important in Python. Comments, how to comment, right? Anything in Python. Everything in Python is an object. Operators, data types, typecasting, type conversion, variable, flow control. Flow control means all the loops, for loop, while loop, if statement, followed by functions and modules. So this is your introductory class for Python. So where you will learn all this. So we'll go slow and we'll start one by one. But before that, you must know that Python, there are some very basic properties. One is object-oriented programming language. So I want to hear from you. Any other example can you give, which is object-oriented programming language?
Java.
Correct. Any other example?
C++.
Yeah. So can anybody say some of the properties if you remember? Otherwise, that's okay. Object-oriented. Oops. The properties.
Polymorphism.
Polymorphism.
Inheritance.
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 Encapsulation.
Encapsulation. Right. So
Abstraction.
correct. And everything is, you know, the object and class concept, right? So I don't want to go to that level, but again, this is very basic. If you are new to programming, I understand some of you are very new to programming. What I will recommend is maybe after today's class, you go and see these things. What is object-oriented programming language? What is an object? What is a class? What all are the different properties of object-oriented programming language, right? What is inheritance? What is encapsulation? Kind of at very high level, right? So how that is going to help? As Python is an object-oriented programming language, you will understand, right? Not now, but maybe later in advanced coding when I will create class and objects and all that. That time you will not be confused. Okay. But yes, so one of the property of Python is an object-oriented programming language. Anybody know about any functional programming language? Any example? Functional programming language. I want to.
JavaScript. C.
C.
Anybody heard about Scala? Scala, if you have not heard about, uh, Scala is kind of advanced Java, you can say. Most of the benefit, it's a JVM based language. Yeah,
I think it's used in Spark.
correct. So Spark native language is Scala. And it's a JVM based language. Mostly very kind of the architecture is similar, but the code you will write is very very much similar like Python, but the properties are very much like Java. So you get the benefits of Java, but the coding style is very much like Python. So with less coding, you can kind of in Java you have to write long coding, right? So in Scala you can write number of lines will be minimum, and the benefits will be even more than Java. Right, so that's a different thing. So there are different kind of programming language. Again, I will suggest see the history of programming language, right? So what is high level, what is low level, examples, right? What is object oriented, what is functional, what is procedural. So different kind of programming language. Again, that is something assignment for you, right? So after the class you can go through all that. And also another property of Python is it is interpreter based. Anybody can tell difference between compiler and an interpreter?
Compiler shows error at a time while interpreter shows one error at a time.
Interpreter runs the code one by one, line by line,
Yep.
where the compiler it compiles whole the code once at a time.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean mostly it is correct. And any example? Compile based language and interpreter based. Python is
It's
interpreter based.
Python. Compiler is C
JavaScript
language.
is interpreter based.
Yeah, Python is interpreter based and Java is compile based, right? And we know the byte class and all that we are creating. So basically in compile based, the compiler is nothing but first it will make sure your code is semantically and syntactically 100% bug free, right? And then only you can run it. So execution and bug debugging will not happen uh, kind of simultaneously, right? So one by one after another. But here in interpreter based language, line by line execution will happen. So let's say you have 100 lines of code and some bug is there in 99 number of line. Still you can run till 97 number of line, right? You can see the output. And if you want to know more, again, it's a very basic understanding. So you can again go through the concepts. What is an interpreter? What is an, so this is the thing that you should actually go through today. What is interpreter? What is compiler? What is object? What is class? What is object oriented programming language? What all are the properties? What is functional programming language? How it is different than object oriented? What is the kind of drawbacks or advantage, right, over object oriented languages, right? Plus what is high level, what is low level. So this is history of programming basically you need to go through. Okay, so after all this theory, so the first thing that we will see now is how to print anything in Python, right? And you can see this green color box where I'm printing is nothing but a Python shell, a Python command prompt, or maybe you can say Python shell. When I can write the code and when I hit this run, it will execute that particular code. Okay. So what I will do is I want to print something. So what I will print first, any language we learn, the first thing we print is hello. Let's say we are printing hello Python. How to execute? There is a triangle symbol. So just click on this. You can see the output, hello Python. So this is as simple as that. Python is the easiest programming language I have ever seen, right? Even it is more easier than R. Uh, I mean, you cannot compare with Java and other Scala and complex languages. So damn easy. Anybody can learn Python, right? So the syntax is very easy. So for printing anything, simply you have to call print method. That's it. You have a method called print, which will help you to print anything, right? Uh, Now the biggest problem you will have in Python is it's so much kind of, it is enriched with so many libraries. It is not possible for you to understand in which class or in which library what all attributes or methods are there. You need to always take help, right? So as we are in a very beginner level, so I will tell you how to take help that will really help you in future. So for example, so there are two things. Okay, one thing is native libraries. One thing is native libraries and one thing is external library. What is there in Python? Two things are there. One is native libraries. Native means what? It will come with Python. When you install Python in your system, all this library will also be installed, right? So that is native to Python. Some things are external libraries. For example, there is no module in Python for machine learning. To do machine learning, you have to use sklearn. For visualization, some external package like matplotlib, seaborn you have to use. So we will understand those things later. Don't worry if you don't understand. What I mean to say is how to take help. Inside each library, there are different attributes, different functions, which will help you doing different things. I'll give you a very simple example so that you can understand. So any library, right? Any library you want to use, what you need to do is you need to import library first. If it is native, it is already there, so you don't need to install. If it is external library, first you need to install library. How to install later we will discuss. There is a command pip install library name. How to install we will later discuss, but the process is if it is external, install the library first and then you can import it, right? And if it is native, directly you can import it because it's already present with Python. I will import one of the native library, that is math library. Which library? Math library. So already this library is there. It is native to Python, right? When you install Python, this math library will also come. So I will run this. It is successful. So the import successful means the math module is loaded now. Now, how to take help? Inside math, there are so many attributes. My objective is, let's say I want to find square root of a number, right? Or I want to find square of a number. I don't know how to do that, right? I know there is a math module which can help me, but I have no idea which function to use, how to use. What I will do is dir followed by the module name. What is the module name? Math. And then I will run. So you can see a list of all the attributes which is present inside math. See, there is cos, sine, tan, all the trigonometric functions, and then degrees, exponential, factorial, right? GCD, LCD, so many log, power, pi, right? Square root, truncate, all this. What I have done, let me repeat. In Python, Python is a library enriched language. Some are native, some are external. If it is an external library, you first have to install it. If it is native, already it is present. Any library, first you have to import. Once you have imported, just call dir of that module name. It will list, dir will list all the attributes present inside that module. Now you have seen all this. Let's say you want to find the square of a number. So maybe this function will help. But again, it's a long list. Let's say you not sure exact spelling or something, right? Again, you can take another help by pressing tab button. What you will do, math.s and then tab. So here, if you, I think this is not working for me, but if you hit tab, it will auto complete, right? So it will come all the functions which is starting with S, letter S, right? Now you have written math.square square root and you don't know how to use it. How to use it, you don't know. How to take help? Question mark and run. Can you see the doc string? The doc string is telling you how to take help. So what exactly that function is doing? Square root function is nothing but it is taking x as input and returning the square root of x, right? So I understood how to use it. Math.square root in bracket, I need to pass x. Now I will use it. X can be any number. Let's say x is 25. I want the square root of 25. And it is giving me result. Similarly, not only square root, you can try any other function. Let's say radian or let's say sine of something. Just write math dot the function name and question mark and then enter or maybe run. If you find this difficult, if you can't remember, there is another way, help function, and then you write the help of what you want, right? This will also return the same thing. So either you can write a question mark, or you can call this help function, help math dot the function name, and you can see the signature and as well as the everything, the return type and everything, right? This is again a very basic thing. Always you need it. Any module, you go to any module, any library, you can call dir and then you can call question mark and help, right, to understand about the function and then use it. I will pause here. Is there any doubt? Is it so far? Is it clear?
So I have a question on the cell part. Let's say in that cell after the dir math, you again put square root of 25 or whatever. So both those lines will run in the output, or how is it?
Yeah, so it is in Jupyter, it will be, so that's what. So there is a link. So in Jupyter, cell by cell execution will happen. Okay, so it's a sequence execution. So one cell, once it is completed, it will go to the another cell. And if you
No, but
want
in
to kind of,
if I add more lines like executable lines, then it will run all of them.
yes, multiple line, any number of n number of line you can add. It will run all of them.
Okay.
Okay, I understand as Jupyter is very new, and I think just we connected yesterday, so many of you have not gone through that video. That's a mandatory video, and if you have not gone today, please go through that. Otherwise, in future, many advanced thing I will be doing using Jupyter. That time you will be confused. Okay, and all the assignments, everything you have to work using Jupyter Notebook. Even the code files will also be in IPYNB format, which will open in Jupyter Notebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Another question, like these are the folders or what, like a doc files, loader, type package. These are the folders or how? What is that?
You can skip this as of now, but these are basically a special method called dunder methods. You can skip
Okay.
this. Okay. Don't skip.
Oh,
So as of now, you can skip this.
okay. Thanks.
Okay. So what we have understood, print and then how to take help, right? Any new module, any new library, you can call the help function or just question mark, right? How to comment. These are very basic things. Any language we go, these are very basic things. So in Python, there are two ways of commenting. Okay, but okay, let me write few more lines. Let's say this is print 2 plus 4 and then print hi. Okay, I'm just writing random lines, and then if I run this, I'm getting the output. Now, first of all, I want to understand what is a comment and why we need it. Anyone?
For interpretability of the programmer, ma'am, or the other third person.
Yeah. So I think mostly, yeah. So there are two uses. One is kind of for proper documentation, as you said, like others can understand your code in a better way. Second is if I don't want the interpreter to run some of the lines, right? For code debugging, basically, right? We comment. I think this is common in other languages. You must be knowing what is a comment. So if I comment something, the interpreter will not execute that line. Now, how to do it in Python? Just simply a hash. A hash will make the line comment. So this is a single line comment. In Python, there are two things. Hash is single line comment, and this symbol is multi-line comment. Right? Within this, whatever you will write, all these things, whatever, sorry, within three times quote, whatever you are writing, right? These all things will be commented. So this is multi-line comment, and hash is single line comment. But if you are using Jupyter, so you can only use hash for single or multi-line, because in Jupyter that 3 times single quotation has a different meaning. So especially for Jupyter notebook, if it is single line, just write hash. If it is multi-line, what you need to do is, let's say there are 3 lines, okay? Okay, so let's say there are 3 lines. I just want to execute the last line. First 2 lines I want to comment. How to do? One approach is write hash in front of every line that you want to comment, which is not a good thing to do. It's a tedious task. So what I will do is I'll do a smart thing. I will highlight all those lines that I want to comment. In this case, these 2 lines. And then I will press, in Mac, it is command and slash, right? In Windows, it is control and slash. Let me repeat. If you are using Jupyter Notebook, right? How to do multi-line comment? So you highlight or you select all the rows that you want to comment, and then press command slash if you're using Mac and Linux, and if you're using Windows, press control slash. I will pause it. Is it clear? Comment. Comment is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now these are basic things. Other very basic thing is this green color. I told you, right? This is Python cell, IPython cell. So you can actually use this cell as a calculator. In Java and in other cases, if you want to do any math, right, you have to assign the values to a variable. Let's say int a equals to 5, int b equals to 6, system.out.println a plus b, right? This 3-4 lines, and then there should be a main method which will call this. So there is a structure. Blindly you cannot use a cell as a calculator, but in Python you can do that. So do any math. If you don't have calculator, you can use this cell as a calculator. Star 3. Star 2 means power 2. 7 to the power of 2. In the sense 7 star 2 multiplication. Sorry, star is multiplication. 2 times star is power. So if I'm writing 7 star 2, it is 7 square, right? Star 3, 7 cube. 7 slash 3 is division, right? And 7 plus 3, 7 minus 3, right? All the arithmetic operations I can directly do in the console. Okay, not here, but later when you do some math calculation, that time without assigning values to variable, directly you can write the direct values, right, for calculating anything. Later you will understand what I'm saying. But as of now, you can understand the console can be used as a calculator in Python. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, these are the basic things how you can kind of use the console as a calculator and all other thing. Other very basic thing is variable. We all know what is a variable. Anybody want to explain what is a variable? Anyone?
It's a placeholder in the memory.
Yeah, could you please repeat again?
Placeholder in the memory.
Yes, placeholder in the memory. That's exact definition. But if I have to make it more simpler, then
We can assign something to that. It kind of I don't know, hides the complexity.
okay. So in real meaning of a variable, people say variable is a container or storage, right, where we can store values. Yeah, you can think in that way to make it simple. But in real time, what is happening is, let's say I'm writing a equals to 4, right? What will happen, right? So we are thinking there is a place in memory. Let's say there is a place 1024 is the memory location, right? And it will hold the value 4, and this is A. This is what we think, right? When we think about a variable A equals to 4, there is a memory location. Any let's say 1024 is the memory location which is holding the value 4. This is actually not true. Uh, so what exactly a variable? So let's say this is 1024. Not let's say this is 2024, and which is holding the real value, that is 4. Now this is not A. A is this. A is the location which holds this reference. So 2024. So A contains the location which contains the real value. This is the reference to this. That is A. Okay, it may be little complex, but try to understand, right? When I'm writing A equals to 4, uh, the 4 will be stored in some location, right? And that address of that location which holds the value 4 is stored inside 1024, which is A, right? Not the direct value, but the address which holds that value, the reference which holds that value. That is a variable, but I will erase everything. To make it simple, you can understand that variable is nothing but a container, okay, which holds the value. Now in Python, um, right? In Python, how to define a variable, how to declare and assign values to a variable? It is very, very easy. So let's say I am declaring, let's say variable 1. This is a variable name, and I'm writing 5, right? And if I run this, it is not throwing me any error. Can anybody say if you remember Java or any other programming language? What is the difference in terms of assigning values to variables or defining a variable in Python and other languages?
A
Any difference?
semicolon, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
Not
one thing.
dependent type.
Correct.
It
So
is
semicolon,
automatically assumed.
yeah. So sentence terminator is semicolon, so that we are not using anyway. But other difference, major difference that you pointed out is data type. Have I mentioned the data type? No, I have
No.
not. In Java and other languages, even in Scala, you have to define int variable 1 or float variable 1 or string variable 1, the data type, and then the value, right? But in Python, it is not the job of the user to define the data type. It's the interpreter who will decide the data type automatically based on the value that you're assigning. So I have assigned variable 1 equals to 5. If I type type of variable 1, this is the type, integer type, right? I have not specified, but still the interpreter is smart enough to capture the type. Now what if I change to float? Now this also changed to float, the type. What if I change to string? String in Python, you can write string either in single quotation or you can write string in double quotation. Both has the same meaning. Okay, so it will not throw you error. So I can write either one quotation or two quotation. Okay, so this is now I have defined, and you can see this is a string type. So this property is known as dynamically typed. So in future, if you heard this hear this term called dynamic typing, don't confuse. Dynamic typing is so Python variables are dynamically typed. Means what? We are not defining the data type. The interpreter is actually deciding the data type of the variable based on the value that we are assigning. Okay, and so yeah, so this is how you can declare a variable and assign values in Python. Okay, I will pause here. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you must have heard about type casting or type conversion, one type to another type. In Python, it is even more easier than other languages. So let's say this is integer, right? Sorry, this is string. Let's say 5. This is string. I want to convert this to integer. So how to do that? I will declare another variable, let's say variable 2 equals to int of variable 1. What I'm doing? I am converting variable 1, which is a string type, to integer. So I will call int of variable 1, and I will store that in variable 2, another new variable. And if I see what is there in variable 2, you can see it's not a string, it's a integer. And I can confirm that by calling the type method. Just see again what I have done, right? Take your time and see it again. We have defined a variable. Variable users just give the values. They are not bothered about the data type. Interpreter will take care of data type. Then type conversion. So one type to another type, just by calling the function, you can convert. So for example, let's say this is 5.5. I want to convert it to float, right? So I will call the float method, right? So let me run again, right? Similarly, if I want to convert it, let's say it is a float, but I want to convert it to a string, right? So what I will call the string method str, right? And so on. So this is how you can declare a variable. You can convert from one type to another type. Python variables are dynamically typed. Yes, I mean it should be compatible, right? I mean you cannot convert. Let's say the string is high. You cannot convert high to number. High cannot be converted to integer, right? That kind of compatibility, I think you should check. Not all thing can be converted to any other type, but that should be compatible, right? Then only you can convert. Okay,
Can we
so
also, okay, sorry. Can we also convert date and time to UTC to IST or something like that?
Date and time, that's a different module. We will not talk about date and type now. We have a
Yes, okay.
separate module in pandas. We have time, date, time format. So we will discuss that later.
Okay.
Okay. So we will discuss about data structures later. The entire course is mostly on data structures. We have list, tuple, set, dictionary. We have string, numpy, pandas. There's 8 to 9 data structures. We'll see that in detail. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So again, I don't want to rush. I will pause here, but many things we will see in the next class. Like we have seen introduction to Python, hello Python, Python is a calculator, comments we have seen, right? And then we have seen variable type and type conversion. But in the next class, we will be looking operators, data types, indentation, right? Flow control. This will be the main takeaway for next class. Operators, data types, and flow control. For loop, while loop, conditional statements, along with indentation, right? Um, so that's the thing. But let me summarize quickly what we have covered. So we started with printing using print method, and then we discussed how to take help. For any module, for any method, just write module name dot method name question mark and enter or run. So you'll get the help. Python is a library enriched language. Some modules are internal like native, some are external. You have to install it, then you can import it, right? Then only you can take help. After that, we discussed about how to comment single line and multi-line comment. And then we have seen Python console as a calculator. And finally, we discussed about variable. So what is a variable? Python variable are dynamically typed, and type conversion, one type to another type, how to do that. Okay, so I will be uploading a Python textbook. It's a 26 page only, and it's a summarized version of a kind of big book. I think 26 page, I think you can go through that. It's not very huge and it is very much helpful. It's a summary of entire Python language, which is really helpful. So I'll create a folder called books, and once your drive is created, inside that I will keep uploading all the videos. I mean, Durga sir will upload videos, but all the other things, the materials I will be uploading. And yeah, so last thing that I want to tell you is this is the note that you will be getting uh, for the this is the practice note. What I do is I keep one practice note every day. Use that same. So next day when we come here, right, we will revise what we have seen, and then we will keep working on the same notebook, right, till the course ends. That's what I do. This is the practice file, right? But this is the main coding file, cleaned file, so which you can use, right, for your reference. What I will do is I will upload it in a IPYNB format. So if you come here and download as, you have different options: HTML, Markdown, PDF. I will be downloading it as notebook, IPYNB. See, I am downloading. Even this file, any file once you have written, you can download it as IPYNB. This I will upload. So don't panic. Many are telling me I'm not able to upload the files that you have shared. If you try to open it in text editor or notepad or wordpad, it will not open. What you need to do is uh, once you have downloaded it from the drive, Google Drive, you come to Jupyter Notebook homepage, uh, and there you have all the options, right? Which folder you have saved, downloads or documents or C drive, D drive. Uh, Go to that drive, you will find that IPYNB file. If you're not getting, here also upload option is there. Click on upload and then go through the path. Let's say this IPYNB file I want to upload. So just open it and then upload. And once you have uploaded, it will show you here. You can then double click. So it will open. Again, everything is there in the video that I have shared in YouTube. This is just a summary, kind of repetition. If anybody has gone through the video, they must be very comfortable using Jupyter. Okay. The session will be every day 1 hour, but I don't want to rush. This week is mostly many people are joined, many have not enrolled, many are enrolling. So this week is a batch forming week. Next Monday onwards, it will be a full-fledged class, 8:30 to 9:30.
You said you are going to upload videos and notes. So when it's
Videos I will not upload. Durga sub will upload videos. I will upload the materials.
so when it is going to happen?
Once the drive is created, I will be uploading. Okay, I think it will be done quickly, maybe today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you all. We'll connect again tomorrow.
Ma'am, can you kindly share the yesterday's YouTube link, ma'am?
Yesterday's YouTube link. Okay. I think, let me search. I also don't know. Um,
Ma'am, it is session 1 or session 2, ma'am?
Session 2.
Okay, ma'am. Then it is available for me, ma'am. I have
I just
browsed.
pasted link.
Yeah. I think, yeah, this is, yeah, somebody has, yeah. Thank you, Sushil. So this is the link. Okay, you can go through this. And no worries, everything will be uploaded. Once the drive is created, even the Jupyter tutorial also I'll upload there. Okay, I'll nicely structure it. Okay.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, give me please reference any website for real-time projects for doing data science.
Yeah, Yugen, this is too early to kind of go to project level. We just started Python. So please wait for some more days. Once we started pandas and we started some advanced topics, anyway, we have to
No, ma'am,
kind of,
I'm saying that any reference website I'm searching on Google, so I'm finding that springboard.com 5 to 6 real-time projects. available in the website?
Oh, in that case, there are so many websites. There are DataCam, Analytics Vidya, Kaggle. I mean, hundreds of websites where you will get many
Yes, ma'am.
real-time projects. But to even understand those projects, you should have a basic understanding about pandas, NumPy. Those are topics that we are covering, right? So even if you go to the website, you will not understand anything there. So, so yeah, I mean, I will tell you all of those once we reach to a level. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, how many days this course is?
There will be no repetition. What we have covered is covered. So I think Chaitanya is asking whether I'm not going to repeat anything. So if you are joining from Monday and if you missed, I think these are very common, very simple concepts. So you have to go through the recordings. And in case you have doubt, maybe we can connect again. That's a different thing. But the class started and it will flow in the same. We already started the content. It will flow in the same way. And
Ma'am,
I think, yeah,
how many
I'll
days
take.
this course will take?
This course will take mostly 1.5 months. Um,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Ma'am, and one more thing, ma'am. Can you kindly share the advanced data science course content with the organizer?
Yes. So as I said, I will not be having any time because I am taking one batch in morning, evening one batch. I have office as well. I'm
Yes, ma'am.
completely occupied. On weekends only, I will be able to modify the content and I will share with Durga Soft. On Saturday, I'll do that. Okay, so you will
Okay,
get the content by Saturday. Also, the updated content for your batch, right? This
yes.
intermediate and advanced. So on Saturday, you will definitely get.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
Ma'am, this is my first class.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what are the topics that you have discussed in the past two classes?
Yeah. So this is the first class. Actually, you can consider this class as first class because we have not started anything. Today only we started Python. What we did in
Oh,
the last class is just we installed using Anaconda. We just installed Python.
oh,
And there is one video YouTube that is for everyone. You have to go through the YouTube link to understand Jupyter Notebook.
okay.
Okay,
Ma'am, can you share that link?
I think it's already shared in the chat window.
Once.
So I think Sushil, just copy. Let me copy this. Can you see? Just scroll up. You will get it. Sushil has shared. Thanks to Sushil.
Uh,
Okay.
Ma'am, only my chat is appearing in the chat box.
No, you should be able to see.
Yeah, same with me. I can only see my chat. I cannot see any other attendees or any other messages from anybody.
Is it?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay, 1 second. No, it's not able to copy this link. Just 1 second. Okay, what is happening? Just give me 1 minute. Let me click that
Yes,
link.
ma'am.
Okay, if I paste this, then once, let me give you the link. I just typed. Is it? Can you see the link now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Yeah.
I think we can only send to chat to only organizers because we don't have an option to send
Yeah.
to anyone else.
Okay. So yeah, I mean now you are able to see, right, the link. So this is the link. You can go to this link and uh, go through the notebook tutorial. Very helpful. Later on, maybe you will find some difficulty if you don't go through this. Because when I will create when I go to data structure, maybe I will use Jupyter Notebook Markdown to create documents. That time you will face little difficulty. So just go through. There is a 1 hour video, and I think it's very detailed way everything I have explained. Okay, so whoever joined today, you have not missed anything. This is the first class you can consider. Just we have installed Python using Anaconda, and that video also you will get from internet, from YouTube. If you have any queries regarding installation, go to session 1. Okay, it's this session 2. Go to session 1, and you will find that. And so that's what. So installation and then Jupyter. And today is the class where we started Python.
Ma'am,
Okay.
so we have to understand Jupyter and Anaconda.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
it, right? Until now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing to understand in Anaconda. Just you need to install Python.
The installation. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. We'll connect again we'll connect again tomorrow.
Ma'am, thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.